and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Andrea. Welcome back if you're one of my lovely returning friends. It is great to have you all here. I nearly forgot to start this vlog. Thankfully it's still early in the day and this is going to be a multi-day vlog. It is the last week of classes. I'm so excited. I am just so ready. I am so ready to be done with this semester and with this whole academic year. I am so tired. I love my job. I really do. Like any job, it has its moments, it has its things that stress me out. You know, it's not perfect, no job is, but there's so many things I love about my job, and I do truly, truly love teaching. But sometimes I wish our semesters were like 12 weeks long instead of 16. Because it's always somewhere between week 12 and week 14 that I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. It's over. Let's finish. And then I still have a few weeks left. So I technically still have 2 weeks left of work. 2 weeks as of yesterday. It's Tuesday, April 23rd. My final grades are due no later than Monday, May 6th. I am hoping to have them done by the end of next week, like around the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of May. But I have until the 6th if I need it. I'm not gonna do any grading over the weekend. I've given my students until this Friday to get any late work turned in because I'm too nice and give them more time than they should have. They've had plenty of time all semester, but there were several students. Every semester there are always at least a few students who have really legitimate extenuating circumstances, and I try to give them as much time as I can. So I've given them until the end of the last week of classes, even though like 2 of my classes are finishing today and 2 of my classes will finish on Thursday, and then my 5th class technically wraps up on Friday. That's my online class. So I just kind of count Friday as the last day. But even them, they have one paper due tonight at midnight, and the last paper is due Thursday at midnight. So by Friday they should all be done. But yeah, I've given all 5 classes this Friday, the 26th, as the day to get all their stuff done if they take beyond the original deadlines. So yeah, it's the last week. I'm very excited. I'm very exhausted. But I always vlog usually the first week and the last week of the semester. I don't normally vlog on teaching campus days because they're usually just so busy and so full on, but for the first week and the last week I do like to vlog just so that I have a bit of a record of what my teaching routine was kind of like. So this is the last week that I'm doing the normal teaching routine. So I've got office hours this morning on Zoom, and then I have an hour and a half to get down to campus. Only takes about 30 minutes. So what it means is I usually have about 30 minutes between when office hours end and when I have to leave my apartment to get to campus, and then I have an hour, which is plenty of time. So yeah, so I'll do office hours, then I'll drive to campus, then I will go teach. I've got 2 classes back to back. Thankfully they've been in the same classroom this semester. So I go in for the first class, I sanitize the computer and the desk and the whole instructor station, everything I will touch. And then I can just like settle in for, I'm in there from about 1:30, a little bit before 1:30 because my first class starts at 1:30. And then that goes from 1:30 to 2:45, and then from 2:45 to 3, I have a 15-minute break. So because I don't have to switch classes, it means I do truly have a 15-minute break. And we're gonna finish a little early today, so I'll have even more time in between. And then from 3 to 4:15 is my last class of the day. And yeah, it's been a good schedule this semester. So then Thursday I do the same thing, same time, same classroom, so it's really easy. But Thursdays I do office hours in my office, so you'll see that later in this vlog. But yeah, I just wanted to vlog today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So this is probably going to be a very teaching heavy vlog. I'm not sure we'll get into much writing and editing chat. So yeah, I'm going to get office hours going and probably put on some YouTube on my personal laptop, and I'm just grading. I'm just every second that I'm not, oh, I do need to do some lesson planning, then probably do some grading. But yeah, any moment that I'm working right now, it is pretty much grading related. But I do need to write out my lesson plan for the last day, which is super easy, so that won't take me that long. So yeah, welcome to the vlog. Get comfy, get cozy, and spend the last week of classes with me. I just completely failed as a vlogger today. I got to campus and I just completely forgot I was meant to be vlogging. So I just showed you a few clips of walking back to my car, but I'm done teaching now. The day went well, both classes went well. I am now done teaching 2 of the 4 last class periods of the semester. So there's 2 more now on Thursday. Still have a good amount of grading to do. So tomorrow's definitely going to be a heavy grading day. I'm pretty much caught up with grading for my Tuesday classes, but I'm still doing a lot of grading for my Thursday classes. And then tonight, my business writing students turn in their final drafts. So I'm caught up on grading all of their rough drafts. And I'm caught up on grading their final drafts that have been turned in early. So I don't have, I think I've got 23 students in that class. And I think I've already graded like 5 or 6 of their final drafts. So I've got a bit of a head start on those. But yeah, a lot of grading tomorrow. I'm not going to do any more grading today. Today I'm going to go home. I'm going to take a shower and get cooled down. It is quite warm on campus. I left my cardigan on walking back to my car. I should have taken it off in the classroom because I did not need it for the walk back to my car. But yeah, it is 96 degrees outside right now. It is getting very, very, very close to 100, and I'm not ready for that. Usually we don't get our first triple digit, like official triple digit, until May, but it can get pretty close in April. And technically, when I was at my parents' house on Saturday, it did get up to 101 in their backyard. So I'm not ready. I can't complain, but I'm not ready for those temperatures. But I don't think it's supposed to be, oh yeah, random fluke. It's cooling back. It's cooling down to the 80s. It's even going to be 77 on Saturday and then 80s again on Sunday. So 82 on Thursday. It's going to be 93 tomorrow. This is here in Tempe. 93 tomorrow. Don't have to come to campus tomorrow. And then 82 on Thursday, 83 on Friday, 77 on Saturday, and 87 on Sunday, and then back up to the 90s. So I feel like I'm getting very lucky this week for the last week of classes because it's 96 is warm, but like it could be worse. And 82 for the last day is actually going to be really nice. It's been in the 80s for the last few weeks, and it's been really nice walking around campus. Really lucking out with the weather this semester. So very glad about that. And I have finished a little bit early. Last day of class usually does end a little bit early. So I'm gonna get back up to my side of town. Hopefully traffic won't be too terrible. And yeah, then I'm just going to have a relaxing evening, which I probably won't show you all because that's not going to be anything you haven't seen a million times. So keep watching, and in just a moment, it'll be Wednesday. Okay, it is now Wednesday and I got my contacts. So I've got the new batch, or the new diagnostic set, as well as a 3-month supply with that new prescription. I think these are gonna be fine. I popped them in and was like, I really don't notice that much of a difference. One of the lenses is the exact same prescription as the original one. The other lens, one of the numbers is a little bit different. So it really was just a minor tweak. But like sitting here at my desk, I don't notice a drastic improvement, but I also don't notice a drastic like decrease. So I think it's all good. So yeah, I think I've got contacts now. So yay, that's exciting. I can wear my cute sunglasses to the swimming pool this summer. I do like my prescription sunglasses. Ordering glasses and sunglasses from Zenni, I find that I can get some really cute, like nice big chunky sunglasses. So they look cute. The problem with the Zenni glasses is I just can't quite get them dark enough. But I can usually find sunglasses without prescription lenses that are like a really nice, you know, dark tint. So for going to the swimming pool and stuff, it is, or driving around, things like that, where I'm really out in the sun, it's nice to have nice, big, dark sunglasses. So yeah, I put some makeup on. So I don't have my glasses covering. I don't have the glare of the glasses. I feel like when I'm not wearing my glasses, you can actually see my eyes a bit more. I can see my eyes a bit more, and I like that. So yeah, so we've got the contacts. I woke up this morning, went for a walk. I woke up really early, got out there for a walk nice and early, which was really good. Had a nice time. I was walking very slow, so I didn't walk very far. I think it was only 1.37. Yeah, so not even a mile and a half, but was still really nice. Palo Verde trees are blooming. It's really pretty outside. I had a good time. And then I was just kind of cooling down and relaxing on the couch when I got a text that my contacts were in. So quickly cleaned myself up and dashed out to the vision center. Thankfully, it's not that far from my apartment. So got there and back really quick, and then immediately popped the new lenses in my eyes to see, and thankfully they do seem really good. So yay, that's exciting. Then came home, switched out of a t-shirt into a nice cozy sweatshirt, and now I am at the desk ready for a day of grading. So it's gonna be a busy day. I will try to update you. It's not gonna be that exciting to vlog, but this is just the joy of the last week of classes. It's just a lot of frantic grading. I will spare you the frantic final grading next week. I will vlog other things next week because I feel like once this vlog is done, you're going to be tired of watching me grade papers. But yeah, today I have a lot of grading to do. Wednesdays this whole semester have been kind of just a head down, get a lot of grading done kind of day. A lot of teaching admin. I don't have to go to campus on Wednesday. I don't have any office hours or anything I have to do on Zoom on Wednesday. Throughout the semester, some Wednesdays I've gone over to my parents' house and just graded on their couch instead of grading on my couch. But other Wednesdays I've stayed home and just had my monitor, my extra monitor and stuff, and couldn't like really focus. Thankfully, given that 2 of my classes are done now, essentially, I don't have that many emails, which is really good. A few of them I can delete right away because I can tell they're just general, I want to say junk mail because like it is stuff from the university, but like it's university email stuff that just doesn't really apply to me. It's like news and updates and stuff that's happening in other departments. It's not like relevant to me. So those I either look at really quick and then delete or just delete outright. I get a lot of notifications from Canvas, the learning management system that I use, that just is, you know, a daily report of notifications that I get through there, which is just so-and-so submitted this assignment and so-and-so submitted this assignment. And it's like, I'm gonna see all of that when I grade. So those get deleted without even opening them. So yeah, email is pretty light, which means today I can focus on grading. So I have a lot of final drafts of the final project for my first year composition classes. So I've got a little bit of time before I've got a few hours before I need to stop for lunch, or before I want to stop for lunch. So I'm gonna have a morning grading block, and then I'll stop for lunch for about 30 minutes or an hour. And then I'll have an afternoon block, which will probably be 3 to 4 hours. So yeah, so that's what we're working on today. Wish me luck. I just want to get as much of the Thursday class grading done as possible before I see them all tomorrow. So we shall see, but I'm going to stop talking and get to grading, and we'll just see how much I can get done before noon. Okay, it is later in the afternoon. I'm a little bit late getting back from my lunch break, but I've had a break. I've just been crashed out on the couch. I am just so tired. I know I've been talking about that a lot in the last few vlogs, but I really just am at that point in the semester where I'll rest for a bit and I'll feel like I'm okay and I can get up and do stuff. And then within 10 minutes of doing something, I'm just, again. So it's a little frustrating because I have so much to do and I can feel my brain. It's like, it's not just a physical fatigue, it's a mental fatigue as well. And so I can just feel my brain is just not functioning the way I need it to. And so it's a little frustrating, it's a little difficult, I won't lie, but that's just always how it is. But like, it's only midday and I cannot stop yawning. So yeah, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. So I'm back at my desk, I'm back to grading. I did make a fair amount of progress on grading earlier, but I still have so much grading left to do. So I'm now thinking class prep for fall probably isn't going to happen today. If I can get a good amount of grading done today and tomorrow, then Friday there'd probably be time to focus on class prep work, and then maybe a little bit of that next week. sometime, especially if I can get my grades posted early. If I can get my grades posted by like Wednesday next week, then I could take some time on Thursday and Friday to do some class prep. And then even though my grades aren't due until Monday the 6th, I really, really, really want to just be done by Friday the 3rd. That's my goal. And I should be able to do that. We'll see. There's just so much to do. Like there really is just so much to do, and the panic is setting in, and I have to really fight hard to stop and remind myself that, because like it just popped in my head, you've done no editing, no reading of draft 2. If you know, once my beta readers get me their feedback, if I start getting beta feedback in the next day or so, I'm not ready to start editing again. Like I finished draft 2 like a week ago, and more than a week ago, and I've made like no progress. We are at that point where I normally will have like 8 plates spinning at the same time, and I can't keep them all spinning. There are plates that are just, they're not spinning anymore. They're crashing to the ground. I feel like bookwork is one of them. Bookwork is just not happening this week at all. Like, I can't believe it's Wednesday already. Bookwork's not happening. Next week is gonna be really rough at the start of the week because I'm having my colonoscopy and endoscopy. So that's gonna knock me out for all of Monday and probably a good chunk of Tuesday. I'm just not gonna be feeling that great. There's just a lot of work that needs to be done in a very, very, very short amount of time, and not everything's gonna get done. Some things are just gonna have to get put off. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine. The things that need to get done will get done. I feel this way, and I say these things every single semester, and every spring semester in particular. It always feels this way, where I am so ready to be on summer break, but I still have a lot of stuff standing between me and summer break. And so there's just a lot that needs to get done, a lot of teaching work, a lot of other life admin type things. So like, I just have to keep going for another 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, as I'm filming this, for better or worse, it will be a completely different situation. So it really isn't that much longer, and things will get better and things will get easier. So it's really from here to the next, you know, two weeks from now, it really is just a matter of being as kind to myself as I possibly can. But I'm at a very fragile point in my cycle, so my hormones, I can tell, like, it's not good. And then the colonoscopy is just looming over me. I think this is the video that will go up. How am I gonna do that? I'm gonna have to publish this at like 6 a.m. on Monday. That's gonna tank my analytics. I don't want to publish it late Monday, but I'm definitely gonna have to publish it really early on Monday. I can set it to schedule, I just won't be able to share stuff on social media, or I could just share on social media. It's going to be published at approximately this time, so I'll figure it out. But like, by the time you're watching this, I'll either be on my way into the colonoscopy or I'll be done with it, depending on when you watch it on Monday. If you watch it on Monday, or if you watch it on Tuesday, I'm at home and relaxing. So like, it's just like, but that's also wild for me to think about, that like, by the time you're watching this vlog, it will be next Monday. And like, I'm just thinking of everything that I have to do between now and Monday. So yeah, it's it is that frantic, chaotic, completely losing my mind stage of the spring semester. And I know I'll get through it because I always do. Every spring semester it feels like I'm not gonna make it to the finish line, that I'm just gonna have a complete breakdown before I manage to post my final grades. But every spring semester I make it to the finish line, everything gets done on time, if not early, and it's all fine. So I'm just trying to remind myself, you always stress and it always turns out fine. So let's maybe stress a little less this year. I'm not sure I'm succeeding at that, but I am trying. But yeah, I need to get back to grading and see how much progress I can make and how long my brain continues to cooperate. It's getting really hard to grade because my brain can't handle more than like a handful of essays at a time, and then it's just like done. So like this morning went okay, but I was really ready for my lunch break, and then it's been difficult getting me back. Like I'm getting started after lunch. It's a lot later than I planned. It's just taking me a while to get back to the desk and back to work, and now I'm totally procrastivlogging, but I'm gonna stop doing that and get back to work and see where I can get by like 4 o'clock. I don't think I can work past 4. I don't think that's gonna happen today. I think I'm gonna have to finish a little early. So yeah, we'll see how much I can do in the next few hours and hope that it's enough. Okay, I'm gonna keep this quick because I'm about to collapse. But I got so much grading done, way more than I thought I was going to. Like, as tired as I am, my brain just got into a routine. I've been listening to Taylor Swift all day. I'm really liking Tortured Poets Department. It's probably my favorite album of hers in a while. So yeah, really enjoying it. So I've just been listening to that on repeat all day, which does help my brain get into like a rhythm with work. But I'm tired of sitting at this desk. I have gotten up a little bit here and there, but I'm ready to just not be sitting at a series of right angles. Like my hips are at a right angle, my knees are at a right angle. It's very ergonomic, but I just, I'm done. It's getting very nice out. It got cloudy, which was great. Loved that. Loved that for me. Love me a cloudy day. But yeah, in time for sunset, the clouds have kind of cleared up a little bit, so it looks very pretty. Blue skies out there. Looks like it's also a little bit breezy. I really cannot express how much I'm loving the view out this window. I've always been able to see out this window, this one here, but when my desk was facing that window and was just below that window, I was so much closer to it that the view was a lot more cut off. Whereas now I can turn and like just, it's all this beautiful greenery and trees. I barely see the buildings opposite me, but I see a bunch of trees and it just makes me happy. So I was a little worried when I rearranged my desk that when I put the blackout curtains up in this window that it was going to cut my view and it was going to feel maybe a little bit claustrophobic, but this is the one window that I will leave the blinds open throughout the summer. I tend to close the blinds to the balcony door because it's just such a big window and it gets so much light in from the balcony, and I black out this window, but this one stays open. And so the fact that I can be sitting here and just like look over or like swivel the chair and like literally face out the window if I'm taking like a 5-minute break and just want to look up at something other than a screen, I can look out the window and see the beautiful trees, and I can see a bit of the sky, and like if it's cloudy or sunny, if the wind is blowing through the trees or not. Love it. So yeah, so I got a ton of grading done. I'm actually in a really good position for tomorrow. I don't have to worry if I can't get as much grading done in the office. So I can do a little bit of grading in the office, and then I can get more grading done on Friday. And by end of day on Friday, I should be mostly caught up, other than students who are still turning stuff in. So anything that gets turned in on Friday, I will probably grade at the beginning of next week. But if everything does get turned in on Friday, then I should be able to be done with grading by next Wednesday, which would be amazing. I feel like the last 2 semesters I was posting my final grades like right up to the deadline, and I do not want to do that this semester. I mean, in the cases where that happens, most of, like 99% of the grading is done. In those cases, I'm usually just literally waiting on 1 or 2 students and just like 1 or 2 assignments. And so once those get turned in, it's like less than an hour to grade everything and get the grades posted. So like even if that did happen and I was posting late on May 6th this semester, it's not the end of the world because the majority of things will be done well before then. But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed they turn everything in by Friday and I am wrapped up by Wednesday, because I am so done. I am so done. How many times can I say that? I'm also a little bit dehydrated. I need to go get some more water. My water is all the way down here. So I need to get some more water. I need to go sit on the couch. I need to wash my face since I did put some makeup on, but I'll probably do that a little bit closer to dinner time. It is after 5. I have worked late, but there was a point that I was trying to get to, and by 4:45, I'm like, you're not gonna be done by 5. But just work a little bit later than 5 and you can get to that point. And I got to that point. So I'm feeling very happy about that and very proud of myself about that. And it's Wednesday, so there's no more vlogs I need to worry about editing. I keep forgetting what day of the week it is, but it's Wednesday. So Monday and Wednesday's vlogs have both gone up. There's nothing. I could start editing this vlog. I'm not going to start editing this vlog. I will edit this one on the weekend. So like I'm good as far as YouTube is concerned. There's nothing I have to do there. I think I can just go rest. So that's what I'm going to do. And tomorrow we will head back to campus. And just like that, it has been 16 weeks and I am finally done teaching. I'm not done grading, although I'm close. Got a little bit more grading left to do in my business writing class, but I'm very close to being done with them. I think I'm just down to their reflective essays, which won't take long. And then in my first year writing classes, I think I'm probably about 75% done. So I'll do some grading tomorrow. And yeah, I'm not done yet, but I will be done probably by Wednesday next week is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping everyone will have turned their stuff in who's still a little bit late, and then I can just get everything graded, finished grading. So I'll be doing a lot of grading tomorrow, and then definitely doing a lot of grading next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So yeah, I had my last 2 classes today. My online class technically doesn't really wrap up until tomorrow. Like tomorrow I'll post my final announcement and all of that and tell them that like their work is done, but I don't have to go teach anything because it's an online class. So of the classes I've been teaching in person, I've taught the last 2 today and finished a little early, which is awesome. So we are all, like my students and I are all just so tired. I was trying to have like one last discussion, and the last class especially, they just were not having it. They just were not. They had no bandwidth left to have any kind of discussion. So yeah, but the first class today went really well. They did, have a bit of a conversation with me, and then a few stayed after to thank me for the class, which is really good. Like I don't do this job for the thanks because we don't really get a whole lot of that. So when students take time to come up and actually say thank you and that they had a good class, and I had a few students say that like this was the best way to like, they're probably going to be the last writing class they have to take, and they're like, I'm really glad that it was with you and you made it a really positive experience. Or some of them have told me that I'm the best professor they've had so far, and like that's just lovely to hear. Like I won't lie, it's really lovely being told. It's kind of the equivalent of being someone's favorite author. I've had a few people say I'm their favorite author, and that's just like the highest compliment. But being told I'm someone's favorite teacher it's right up there equal as a compliment. So it's really nice when students at the end of a semester come up and actually say thank you and like a proper goodbye, and they don't just bolt for the door as soon as I dismiss the class. So that was really nice. And then 2 young women were the last to leave the first class, and they ended up staying and chatting with me until the end of our class time because I had to sit there and wait for my next class to start. So I had tons of time to kill, but they stayed and hung out with me, and we talked about writing and English classes, and then we started talking about Taylor Swift and her new album, and it really helped kill the time in between classes. But it was just so nice to have that conversation with them. So because I don't usually get to really talk to my students, they don't want to, not when like everyone else is around. So it's really nice when some stay afterwards and like actually have a chat with me. So it's been a good day. And in the office earlier, office hours were really good. No students came to office hours, but because we're all finishing up classes a little early, some of my colleagues got to their office hours earlier than usual. So I had more time in the office with some of my friends. And one of them brought cupcakes for all of us, which was really sweet, literally and figuratively. So that was very nice. And thankfully I'm still in the stage where it's just low fiber I have to be concerned about. So I was able to eat the cupcake, and I still had some of my coffee left. I hadn't finished my coffee, so I had a cupcake with the remainder of my coffee. So yeah, had a nice kind of final chat of the semester with my office mates. I won't see most of them again until the fall, so it was nice to get to hang out with them for a little bit. So yeah, it's been a really lovely day. It's been a really nice end of the semester. I'm not completely done yet because I still have the grading to do, but that's going well, and I think I will be done definitely on time, hopefully a little bit early, like by around Wednesday instead of taking all the way up until Monday the 6th. So next week is going to be very busy, but also very exciting. So you will see all of that soon in a future vlog, although I'm very ahead on the vlogs, so by the time you see that, it's still going to be a little ways from now, but you will see that. You won't miss out on that. Oh, when I first got here, I got here early, which was good, and so I took the scenic route to my office, which meant going out of my way, but all of the Palo Verde trees on campus are blooming and it's just so beautiful. And there was this one area when you drive up to one of the parking garages that it's lined with Palo Verde trees. And I really wanted to go walk up that road or that little driveway. So I headed out of the micro parking garage and headed around in that direction and then came up that way and got lots of pictures and video, as you will have seen, of the Palo Verde trees, and also saw some sort of ground squirrel or something. I don't know what it was, but I saw it. I got it. You will have seen it. I saw it when it was like still like really low to the ground. I just saw this little like ball of fur and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's that? And then all of a sudden it just stood up on its back legs and stayed like that for a while. So I was able to like really zoom in and get I think I got a really good shot of it. That was fun. I had a little moment there. So had a moment connecting with nature this morning. But anyway, I am just rambling now. So I'm going to go home and get on with my evening and get on with relaxing. If you enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all of that great stuff. And yeah, I will see you very soon in the next vlog, and thank you very much for watching this one and for sharing the last several days, the last week of the semester and the last week of classes with me. It was great to have you all with me. So yeah, thanks for watching this vlog. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon in the next one. Bye.